Be known, be noticed, be hired. Executive career management that works. Here is the truth. Every full-time job is temporary. Boards decide to change direction, markets and global economies wobble, and good people get caught out. If you do not manage your career like a business, you become a cost rather than an asset. Today, I am going to give you many tips and clear practical roadmap how you can start using this week to manage your career. No baloney, sharing my over 30 years experience helping senior business leaders and those who aspire to be business leaders manage and advance their careers. I'm Martin Buckland, a global executive career management practitioner and a global executive resume writer. Before we dive in, make a decision. For the next few minutes, treat your career like a profit and loss statement. You are the owner, not the passenger. You own that profit and loss. The mindset shift, owner versus passenger. An owner sets strategy, measures results, invests in brand, and builds a pipeline of opportunities. A passenger waits, hopes, reacts, and blames the market. Owners are proactive. Passengers are surprised. The difference shows up in pay, progression, and peace of mind. If you have been operating as a passenger, this could be your line in the sand. Be bold, be realistic. Decide to run your career like a business from today, not tomorrow, but today. Quiet risks that derail good careers. Most careers do not collapse because of one dramatic mistake. They weaken through small behaviors that stack up: chronic lateness, poor follow through, sloppy email tone, weak listening, public criticism, a LinkedIn profile that says very little, vague goals, no learning plan, no career plan, ghosting recruiters, arrogance masked as confidence. If any of those sound uncomfortably familiar, good. You can fix them. You can fix them now. Ask a trusted peer to call out your blind spots. Choose 2 behaviors to correct this month. Put them on your calendar and track them as seriously as you would track your revenue in your company. Be as good on paper as you are in person. Many executives impress in the room but get blocked by paperwork. If your resume, your CV, and your LinkedIn profile do not tell the same strong, resonating story that you tell in person, you will not get into the room where the real decisions are made. That paper, that CV, that resume opens doors. People close deals. You need both. I cannot tell you the number of well-educated, very highly successful business leaders have different employment details on their LinkedIn profile when you compare it to their resume, their CV. It blows my mind. It just blows my mind. This is just not logic. What message does that send to someone thinking about hiring you? What message? It's unbelievable. So today we will tighten those 3 assets that win you meetings: your CV, your resume, your LinkedIn presence, and your network, which is a huge, valuable tool to you. Your resume, your CV, it's a sales document, not a diary. Think of your resume, your CV, as a sales document, your brochure. It's not a diary of everything you have done. It's a clear business and facts based, performance driven for why you are the right solution to a specific set of problems. Start with your personal brand statement near the top of page 1. 15 to 19 words that define your value. For an example, conquers business and cultural obstacles through an ability to understand needs, backed by a commitment to capture business excellence. Or effervescent and pioneering leader, excels at creating high performance teams, focuses on transformative results, and sharpening the competitive edge. Keep the format of a resume CV clean. Zero graphics, zero shading, zero text boxes that confuses that ATS passing. Use strong section headings, and executives can go to 3 pages. Every line must earn its place. Thread the right keywords throughout. Mirror the language of those target roles and sector. That is how you signal fit to both humans and technology. Most importantly, replace task lists or responsibilities with results. Your achievements are your currency. This is the way you are going to get an entry into the interview. The more results, the better. So build those results around the acronym called STAR. STAR. Situation, task, action, result. STAR stories. I don't call myself a resume or a CV writer anymore. I call myself a storyteller. So be sure to pack as many metrics into the stories as possible. The more metrics you have, the better it's going to be. Build a bank of about 15 to 18 STAR stories that cover revenue, cost, risk, customer impact, operations, restructuring, M&A, international expansion or contraction, and people. Keep them short, 1 to 3 lines each. For example, recruited to resurrect 4 companies, all experiencing massive financial losses after sole client deserted the business, complicated by corporate culture in disarray and zero turnaround strategy or leadership. Next one. Planned and led a radical restructure with a 17-point tactical plan to realize $3 million plus net income improvement in year 1, asset utilization boost from 25 to 90% at one company and 20% to 90% at company 2, and achieved 300% asset utilization in real estate holdings. Those are very convincing. They have as many metrics as possible. As one more. Patrolled EBITDA by 700%. Stabilized income, secured 4 new clients, invested, improved cash flow in infrastructure, ERP, EDI, WMS, and elevated corporate culture, morale, and productivity. I'll give you one more, the final one. Appointed by private equity firm to resurrect a company in receivership in a dying industry. Performed a deep dive business review, compiled and executed an aggressive turnaround strategy to extract $600,000 in costs. consolidated supply chain, created innovative HR handbook to tighten accountability, and devised an EH&S program to save $100,000 and reduce risk. Pivoted metrics from negative to positive, turned 1.8 million loss to a 900K profit, grew sales pipeline from 0 to $16 million, added $3 million, sustainable new review, saved relationship, and renewed number 2 client equals $1 million per annum. So these star stories, they each tell a very compelling, a very striking story. So you need to tell more stories, the better, with as many metrics. These stories go into your LinkedIn profile, your CV, your resume, and can help you with your interview answers. Repetition builds memory and belief. Let's move on to LinkedIn, your 24/7 global window. LinkedIn is not a static online resume or CV. It's your global shop window, your window to the world operating 24/7, 365. Career decision makers and executive recruiters check it out before they call you. They also hunt for talent on there as well. So write a 220 character headline that powerfully indicates your value, not just your job title. The about section should tell 3 or 4 short star stories with a clear and resonating, memorable voice using 1900 characters. That's what gets used to the algorithm of Google. Use the featured section to show proof, presentations, media mentions, articles, and award letters. In experience section, write those accomplishments, not duties, not responsibilities. Fill it out fully. Add professional photograph and a customized URL. Then ask for fresh recommendations every 6 months or so. They are the social proof, and believe you me, they do matter. Publish short, useful posts consistently, not just when you're in career transition. Comment with insight and high quality content. Visibility brings opportunity. Silence does not. Make executive presence a habit. Executive presence is not luck. It's learned behavior. Practice until it looks natural. The basics still count. Eye contact, poise, smile, clear voice, concise messaging, punctuality, grooming, manners, reading the culture in the room, calm under pressure, a memorable, appropriate handshake. Do not wait for big moments to practice. Use every meeting to the maximum time, for all is precious. Every minute is precious. Arrive early, sit tall, and speak with clarity. Presence compounds over time, and it changes how people respond to you. Network. Network like a leader. Network is not what you do when you are unemployed. It should be part of your week when gainfully employed, when you are in employment. The majority of executive roles flow through conversations generated by your network, not job boards. The bulk of the jobs available today are hidden. A simple rhythm you can keep: 3 coffees, video chats each week, 1 industry event, daily targeted outreach on LinkedIn that share that useful content, not self-promotion. Track warm leads and be sure to follow up. Give first, ask second. People remember leaders who make their lives easier. If you dislike networking, you will like job searching even less. Build the habit now while you do not need it. Stay active in your industry. Visibility builds trust. Join the right associations. Volunteer on committees. Ask smart questions in rooms where decision makers gather. Offer to present at industry conferences or association conferences. Publish practical insights and white papers. Add your point of view to serious conversations online. Your aim is to be known by name before you submit your resume, your CV. Pick one conference and one association this year. Put the dates in your diary and treat them as business development opportunities for your career management, your career advancement. Market differentiation. Dress that window. I often use the shop window metaphor. If you walk past Harrods in London at Christmas, you automatically stop. The windows are curated. They tell a story. They entice you and pull you in. Your personal brand should do the same. A sharp resume, CV, tight LinkedIn, strong presence, clean and consistent messaging, as many metrics as you can put in. Curate what you show. Less clutter, more impact. Make it easy for people to understand who you are, what you solve, and where you belong in the market. Navigating a career change. Career change is possible at any seniority if you do the work. Start with a clear vision for your next chapter. Do proper due diligence on industries and roles. Learn the language of the new space. Update your resume, your CV, and online presence to the new target. Translate your wins into their context using numbers, metrics. Network into that new ecosystem. Meet peers, not just executive recruiters. Write targeted cover letters that match your value to their needs. And again, attend those conferences where those people, those career influencers gather. Conferences are the best place. Change rarely happens by firing off mass applications. It's called resume CV blasting and for sure devalues your brand. It happens through targeted conversations where you demonstrate fit and value. Global moves and new to country realities. If you are new to a country or planning an international move, be pragmatic. You may step in one rung lower while you can prove your value. Adapt your documents to local expectations. Learn market norms, licensing, and those certification paths. Is your education certified in that particular country? Build relationships in a new ecosystem before you arrive, if possible. You can climb quickly once you show results, your value. It is a marathon, not a sprint. If the pink slip arrives tomorrow, hope is not a plan. Have an always ready portfolio, a current ATS friendly resume CV, a tight LinkedIn profile, a star bank, references, a target company list, and a list of executive recruiters who specialize in your particular function or industry. So if a separation, a termination happens, switch on a daily routine, outreach to your network, 2 meetings per day, relevant applications. Don't go outside your zone. Content that shows your expertise, a clean schedule, early starts, and weekly metrics. Panic fades when you have a system. A system. Your weekly cadence, the executive career operating system. Here is a very simple checklist that I suggest. Update 1 star story, have 3 networking conversations, 1 industry event or webinar, and 2 useful posts or thoughtful comments. 30 minutes of learning, and maintain a short target list and those recruiter relationships. Review metrics on Friday and have new conversations, referrals, and interviews. If you keep that cadence for 90 days, your visibility and credibility and pipeline will look very different. So here are some of the rapid fire questions I get. 1 page or 3. For executives, 3 pages, dense with metrics. How often should I post on LinkedIn? Consistently. I say twice a week, preferably 3 or 4 times a week when gainfully employed, and 4 or 5 times a week when in career transition. You need to have a consistent momentum. What if I'm quiet by nature? You do not need to shout, but you do need to show your value. You're clearly and often. Come out of that shell. Should I accept an executive recruiter's call? Yes, each call might generate something. Listen to that executive recruiter and be polite if you think the job being discussed is not for you. Offer to provide a name of someone from your network that they can contact later. That will strengthen your relationship with that executive recruiter. Always build, nurture, and retain relationships with executive recruiters who specialize in your function or your industry. So what is your immediate next step? If you want a practical next step, book a 30-minute resume CV critique and a LinkedIn critique with me on Zoom. There is no obligation, and I will give you straight and honest feedback and a plan you can action immediately. Send your resume, your CV to the address below on the screen here. Send your resume, your CV to the address below on the screen. If your documents and your presence are already strong, I will tell you. If they are not, I will be bold and I will tell you that too, because you only get 1 chance. You have 1 career. Treat it like a business. Be known, be noticed, and be hired for the value you bring. Each and every one of you listening today has a value. I'm Martin Buckland, a global executive resume and CV writer and a global executive career management practitioner. Your career is your business, so why don't you manage it from today onwards like a business? For much more on career management, visit my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, and press that subscribe button and the bell button so you won't be notified. You will be notified of new videos to come. Thank you for listening today. Hopefully you've gained some interesting information that you are now going to plan and execute for your career management.